Good morning, Fort Worth. It is 11 February. This is Andrew, and I got my co-host with me today, Demetrie King from Market Match. Morning, Demetrie.
Good morning.
He's with us every Tuesday, and that's really made our week a lot easier. Thank you.
Of course.
But we are always looking for interesting co-hosts, so if you'd like a spot on the show, come on in, kind of be a wall for me to bounce some of these stories off of, and then if you've got something to plug, we can talk about that briefly, but you're welcome. Just hit me up, media@fortworthroots.com, and we'll schedule you a day. If this is your first time joining us, the Fort Worth Roots Morning Show is an extension of something we've been doing for 5 years. We just kicked this thing off about 4 months ago, something like that. And it's been wildly popular. We do this Monday through Thursday at 8 a.m. is what time it'll release to you. If you ever want to call in while we're doing the recording, you can do that. Between 7 and 7:20 is a safe time window. Call 817-988-1292 and get on the show. You can call that number anytime and leave us a message or send us an audio recording via the text message app on your phone to that same phone number, or send it through an email. There's lots of great ways to get included on the show. We are here to connect to the community. So if you've got an event coming up, just let us know. We'll play it on the show. And I guess I'm going to have to get out there and start doing posts again, because I was doing that for a while. I'd get on those Facebook groups and let people know, like, hey, this is what's going on. But people forget. So it's up to me to remind them. And you made a really good you had a great idea yesterday talking about doing like free advertisement for businesses on Tuesdays, and I was in the middle of trying to get that post out, and I just kept getting distracted. But anyway, we're here to support you guys. Fort Worth Roots Morning Show is all about connecting the community. So some cool stuff I want to get into today, including some analytics from around the world. Most of our viewership is right here in Fort Worth, Texas, but every once in a while we get viewers that latch on from other countries, and I want to give them a shout out. But before we do that, let's get into the weather. I wanted to do the hourly for you since it's messy out there today. Tuesday, February 11th, 6:30 a.m. We got 42 degrees outside, light rain, 62% with 8-mile-an-hour winds. Oh, we got Sky Viper calling in. Let's see if we can get him on the radio here. Hold on just a second. It's like the first time I've ever done this. Mr. Stubbs.
Hello, Fort Worth Roots Podcast. How are you doing?
Good morning, brother. What's it looking like up there? We got some rain all over our windshields this morning.
Yeah, it's causing chaos, isn't it? Massive chaos. Like cats and dogs living with each other. It's insane up here.
You know, I don't know about cats and dogs, but we just got ourselves a rescue, and that little bastard tore up a TV remote last night, threw up all over its kennel, ran away twice, and if you gave me some time, I could probably think of some other crazy crap it got into last night. But puppies, man. You got any puppies?
Yeah, it sounds like you need to take that one to the train station.
Oh, my God. That's a Yellowstone reference.
Dark, too.
I better get some Taylor Sheridan credits there.
You will.
Okay.
You will, sir. All right, I-35. Let's see here. We got heavy congestion heading south through downtown Fort Worth. Expect delays from Northside Drive to I-30. You might want to consider taking Main Street or 287 as alternates. I-30. There's an accident on I-30 near Hewlin Street. You know, I used to work at the Hewlin Mall.
Did you? What were you doing? I bet you worked at like a Spencer's or like that Claire's where they do Did you give piercings at Claire's? Is that what it was?
That's exactly what I did.
Figures.
Yeah. No, I worked at a camera shop, so I got to see everybody's nudies.
Oh, my God. You got to go overseas for that, brother.
Exactly. No, that sounds bad. I-30. Let's see. Oh, yeah. You might want to cruise around the scene at that Hewlin Street, and looks like traffic's backed up to Camp Bowie, and you might want to take Vickery on that one. On 820, let's see here. Let me fly around over to the west part of town, except 199. We don't talk about that area.
I can give you that traffic report.
White Settlement Road is causing some rubbernecking delays, so you got to look out there. If you're headed towards Lake Worth, just stay patient, or use Jacksboro Highway
Not
for a quicker
199.
route. Not $1.99. We don't talk about that. So that's about it. How was your Super Bowl, man? You all done talking about all that?
Oh, you must be
about that
talking
yesterday?
about. I think you're talking about Superb Owl Day.
Super Owl Day. Yes,
Yeah,
I am talking about that.
We did. We had what's the guy's name? Jackie. No, I'm forgetting.
Jackie Chan?
No. We had a guy call in. He was a real human bartender, and he just hoped that everybody had a good time at the sports ball game.
At the Super Owl game?
Yeah, exactly. Superb Owl.
Superb Owl?
How about you?
Yeah.
Did you eat too many chicken wings?
I sure did. I ate 469 wings.
Damn, you kept count too. That's wild.
Yeah, I have a tummy ache.
I bet you do. I bet your bathroom is not a safe space.
No, and Candy's getting sick of me launching them SBDs up here.
Silent but Deadlies. Hey,
yes, sir.
Were you disappointed by whoever won the Superb Owl Day?
I don't. Who ended up winning? I forgot.
The Eagles. They won.
Got Eagles. Yeah. We don't speak of that place. That's what people that live off of $1.99 listen to.
I bet
they watch the Eagles.
You gotta watch out for them Pennsylvania heathens, man.
Oh, I know.
They're destroying our country.
We need to deport the Philadelphia people.
Yeah, deport Pennsylvanians out of Texas. Get them out of here. Well, there's a couple of them that I actually really like, so maybe not all of them. Okay, yeah. All right, brother. Well, y'all got the Jerry Jonestown Massacre podcast tonight. Is that happening?
Yes, sir. Unless we have to go be superheroes. If we have to be superheroes, then it'll be delayed.
Okay. Recording from
Sometimes
the temple.
That happens. Recording from the temple. We'll have some buddies in to talk about the superb owl game that you speak of.
And y'all launch at 8 o'clock. Is that right?
Yes, sir. 8 o'clock.
Okay.
8 o'clock sharp, and we'll be on the what do the kids call it today? The teletube.
The YouTube.
The YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
something
YouTube.
Like
So
something like that.
Yeah, if you'd like to join in and gripe at us, that's fine.
Yeah, their live chat is the best. Jerry Jonestown Massacre Podcast, #1 and longest running podcast in North Texas.
Yes, sir. I got to go check out weather and traffic down in Houston. You guys be good.
Okay, thank you. Matt Stubbs and Sky Viper, the Fort Worth Roots morning show.
Helicopter.
Yeah, exactly. That's our morning traffic helicopter. All right, we'll get that out of there. Usually it doesn't take that long, but I guess Matt and myself were in a talkative mood. Let's get back into this weather real quick. I just want to give you the hourly. See, 8 o'clock, 59% rain. Clears up at 9. No more rain chances through the day. And then it's looking like 1 a.m. We start some more showers this evening. And it's going to stay about 40s all the way through tomorrow morning. So it's going to be chilly, but it's going to be consistent. So that's nice. You're not having to change. You don't have to do a wardrobe change midday 6 times. So that's been my struggle lately. All right. Let's get into National Day of... Hold on a minute. Before we do that, I did want to get into our international listeners real quick, if I can find it in a jiffy. Here's one of them. We got Paris, France. Where are we at? There's supposed to be some more here. I don't like the way my phone categorizes stuff. All right. Paris, France. That was one of them. Where are the rest? I can't find them. This is embarrassing. All right, maybe we just need to prepare ourselves better next time. I do remember seeing Australia. There were some folks in Germany. And, see, it's got 5 pictures here. Where are they? Here we go. Maybe that'll do it. Okay, here we go. Madrid, Frankfurt, Camden, Melbourne, Australia, Sydney, Australia. Okay. Those are the ones that I snapshotted off of our analytics last night. But anyway, thanks for listening. Even if you are listening from abroad, like I said, most of our listeners are here in Fort Worth, but it is cool to see these pop up as well. Yeah, those are all copies of that. Cool. All right. Yeah. No matter where you're listening, we appreciate you being here. All right. National Day of International Day of Women and Girls in Science. I saw that and I was like, this is a good thing. This is a very good thing.
That's pretty cool.
I think whenever I was a young man, I only appreciated women for their looks. But as you get older, the intelligence stuff really starts to pop hard.
Especially science.
Yeah, science for sure. Hit me with some science facts. Yeah. But it's more than that. We need to foster a positive educational environment for women so that they can pursue things like science and not so much interior design and things that might be traditionally women-driven fields. National Guitar Day, February 11th. Safer Internet Day. Armed Forces Day. I want to click on this one. I think this is... Do they do the ball game on Armed Forces Day?
I don't know for sure.
Armed Forces Day in Liberia. Oh, okay. It's held annually on February 11th. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Liberia. Okay. Right on. Cool. All right. Let's just scan through here real quick, see if there's any more that are interesting. Don't cry over spilt milk. Okay, we'll click on this one. If you think a day on the calendar dedicated to not crying over spilt milk sounds silly, so do we. Yet, here it is. Right on our calendar every February 11th, Don't Cry Over Spilt Milk Day. Are you wondering who even cries over spilt milk? Except maybe like tykes? Could you be crying over spilt milk and don't even know it? Okay, they're right. The person that wrote that knew it was stupid. I knew it was stupid. You knew it was stupid, and we still read it. I had to read this one. I forgot. This is the one that I wanted to really click on. Extraterrestrial Culture Day, February 11th. Extraterrestrial Culture Day is celebrated on the second Tuesday of February and takes place on February 11th this year. The day exists to celebrate and honor all past, present, and future extraterrestrial visitors and ways to enhance relationships among all citizens of the cosmos, known and unknown. According to the bill that introduced the day, there was a bill. On March 21st, 2003, New Mexico's General Assembly passed the House Memorial 44 along with establishment of the holiday. Dude, this is an actual bill. This is the most legit national day I've read so far. Although Extraterrestrial Culture Day specifically originated in New Mexico, today is celebrated in places far from its borders. Any person interested in the mysteriousness of the universe and alien life may be seen celebrating the day. Well, there you have it. Happy Extraterrestrial Culture Day, February 11th. All right, onward. Our next segment today is, and every day, is this day in history. Let's get into it. 1937, GM and Union settle. General Motors recognized, did I say 1937? General Motors recognizes Auto Workers Union. Following a 6-week strike by the United Auto Workers, violent clashes with police, and Michigan's governor calling it in the National Guard, General Motors is the first American auto company to sign a union contract. Is that when unions were born?
I'm guessing so.
Okay. 1979. I can't read any of that. Some guy seizes power in Iran. It was a bad day, apparently. 1979. Okay, moving on. 1990. Here's a good one. Nelson Mandela freed after 27 years in prison. Do you remember this? This is the start of the Mandela effect.
I do.
Because everybody remembered him dying in prison, right? Mm-hmm. Am I wrong? South Africa's most prominent anti-apartheid activist, Nelson Mandela, is released after almost 3 decades of captivity. He will go on to win the Nobel Peace Prize and become the nation's president, proving, once again, that he did not die, and we all were affected by some timeline shift somewhere in the universe due to unknown circumstances. All right. Excellent. Andrew Yang in his 2020 presidential bid. Entrepreneur Andrew Yang, who I liked a lot, who built his campaign on social media prowess and proactive ideas like universal basic income, which I thought was ridiculous. I thought that was the dumbest idea. And then we turned around and we did it. They started writing checks, those COVID stimulus checks. Mm-hmm. I didn't think there was any way to really do that. And then we did it on a whim. But after seeing all the different projects that they're talking about shutting down, all the millions of dollars going to all these different countries for silly, ridiculous stuff, it's like, well, we're just sitting on a ton of money. Why? So Andrew Yang was maybe right. Drops out of the 2020 presidential race. It's a bummer to his tech-savvy base, Yang Gang, but Yang will make history as the first Asian American man to seek the presidency as a Democrat, though Republicans Hiram Fong and Bobby Jindal have also tried. Okay, where is Andrew Yang these days? I don't know what happened to that guy. He lost. He had to disappear. All right, so now we're into our news segments. This one is coming from MSN.com. Excuse me. Popular New Zealand burger spot opens first U.S. location in North Texas. Now, if you guys have been listening to the Fort Worth Roots podcast or our Instagram, if you've been following our brand at all, you know that we support local. So somebody coming out of New Zealand would not fall into that. But I saw this picture of this burger.
Ooh.
Demetrie, can you describe what the hell we're looking at?
Amazingness.
How would you eat that?
I just fold it all in one.
Tell folks what it looks like, because they're just listening.
Sheesh. Imagine the Tower of Pisa made of burger.
Yeah. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hamburger patties in it. It's got God knows how much cheese and how many different types of cheese. Bacon, and then it's just surrounded by a medley of fried deliciousness, onion rings, maybe sweet potato fries, and then in the background, I don't know what that is, more heart attack. All right, this story is by Sean Giggy. It may be the most famous claim in fast food. Billions served. Everyone knows the place. However, there's another burger joint that served millions without ever serving a single burger in the United States. Until now, the Flaming Onion is a burger food truck recently opened in McKinney by Ravi Thoda. Thoda grew up in India, where he also got his culinary degree. Soon after, he moved to New Zealand, where he opened the first Flaming Onion. It became so popular, he opened a second location, and after serving millions down under, he decided to serve his first in America. It's the land of opportunity, Thoda said. Right now, his small food trailer is located in the parking lot of a gas station near downtown McKinney, but Thoda would like to expand once word gets out about his food. He said that's already started to happen. Almost immediately, one of his first customers had something to say. The best burger in his life, Thoda said. At least 3 other people told him they'd never had a better burger. Cool. All right, you can read on with that story, msn.com, and let's see, what was his name again? Thoda? Dude, come to Fort Worth. We got the food here, man. This is where people expect to eat. Yeah. All right, moving on. This next story is from the Fort Worth Report. You can go to fortworthreport.org. Stories by Nicole Lopez. Mostly, I was interested in this because it just keeps coming up. The air quality in Fort Worth is way below, apparently, the national standard. Some of that is because they changed the standard to what the air quality is supposed to be. That they raised the requirements or lowered what they accept as far as air pollution. But at any rate, Fort Worth is now known to be out of regulations with EPA standards. Headline reads, Fort Worth was selected for $1 million federal environmental grant. City may never see the money. And I bet you know why. A federal judge has temporarily paused President Donald Trump's executive freeze on federal grants and loans, but as Trump plans to disband environmental justice initiatives, funding for some environmental efforts remains uncertain. That includes a $1 million federal grant that would have focused on a southeast Fort Worth community at the center of a years-long environmental activism campaign. Okay, that's as much as I'm going to read on the story. I had some opinions on this that I wanted to interject real quick. If you want to fast forward, you can. Most of those apps have that little 30-second skip forward thing. But $1 million is only double our city manager's annual salary. So I don't know why this is as newsworthy as it seems to be, because $1 million, dude, the city should be doing some stuff. Let's talk about all the construction that's happening inside the city of Fort Worth. That's what's screwing up our air quality right now. All those big machines moving through, churning up the dirt, concrete plants going nonstop. There's a lot that the city could do to mitigate air pollution. And you could pay for other more extreme initiatives like air scrubber towers and things like that along the highways, encouraging companies inside the Fort Worth area to do more work from home stuff, allow their employees to stay at the house and work from home. There's stuff we could do. and requiring our commercial entities, the businesses that operate inside Fort Worth, to take better care of our environment. You start there and see if that works out. Maybe I'm totally crazy. Maybe if you just keep spewing shit into the air, it'll just naturally get better. And the city of Fort Worth doesn't need to take any kind of initiative. I know that they like those subsidiaries or the taxes that they get from these companies, but there's things that are going to happen as we continue to grow, and a reduction in air quality is one of the sacrifices that you make whenever you're bringing in an unprecedented amount of industry into the area. Do you remember, or have you ever seen the flag, the original flag for Fort Worth? Mm-mm. It's a picture of the city, and it's got a panther on it, and it says, "We're for smoke."
Really?
And that sounds really weird, but back in the late 1800s, a statement "We're for smoke" meant industry. Mm-hmm. We're here to do work. We're here to do business, and so we're for smoke. That's how Fort Worth. That was kind of the mentality back then, and it looks like we're still for smoke. So let's go, Panther City. Yeah, and listen, I'm not angry. I sounded a little angry. It's okay. I love you. Fort Worth ISD trustees approved nearly $12 million in spending in January. Here's what they bought. And they didn't spend any money on air quality. But it's not the Fort Worth ISD's problem. This is from FortWorthReport.org. The story is by Matthew Scroy. I got to get better at this. Scroy. The Fort Worth ISD School Board approved nearly $12 million in new spending during its January 21st meeting. Among the biggest items trustees approved, including $6.7 million for wage continuation payment during emergency closures, and more than $2 million to relocate and design a new facility for Applied Learning Academy. Trustees also approved an $8 million budget adjustment for 2021 bond projects. Okay, and it goes on to break down exactly what that means and where the money went as you follow the story. But yeah, just a ton of money going to all sorts of places. And it looks like some of that money, they just took it and said, we're going to hang on to this in case anything bad happens, which is a good idea. I feel like that's a pretty smart idea. We got to pay those teachers.
Yes.
Here's where to celebrate Black History Month in Fort Worth, Arlington. February is Black History Month. And this story is by David Marino at the FortWorthReport.org. If you're looking for a way to celebrate Black History Month, festivities are underway across the county to commemorate and honor the culture, history, tradition of Black Americans. Here's where to take part in the celebration. African American genealogy research presented by Christopher Bryant. Join the owner of C.D. Bryant Genealogy and the Arlington Genealogical Society to learn how census records, vital records, and military records can be used to research your family's history. This happens at 6:30 p.m. February 11th at the Arlington Public Library, George W. Hawkins Downtown Library, 100 South Center Street, Arlington. The admission, it's free. Blues in the Night, a fundraiser for FWAAM Fest. Enjoy an evening of blues music and mingling featuring a performance by E.J. Matthews in support of the upcoming Fort Worth African American Roots Music Festival in March. 6:30, February 11th, Blank Space, Fort Worth, 6609 East Lancaster Avenue. Admission is free, but donations are encouraged. Don't you dare go and not give them a donation. Don't you do it. February short story, The Reunion by Maya Angelou. Dedicate time to a group discussion of the short story originally published in Confirmation, an anthology of African American women, 1983. This is happening from 6 to 8, February 12th. Distribution Bar, 201 South Calhoun Street, Unit 107, Fort Worth. Admission, it's free. Author Talk, Love in Color. Listen to a meditated conversation celebrating two Black women, authors who will explore their journeys, inspiration, and how love is incorporated into their stories. It's happening at 6:30 to 8, February 13th, Arlington Public Library, Northeast Branch, 1905 Brown Boulevard, Arlington. Admission?
For the free.
Is free. The movement The a cappella musical utilizes vocal performances to transport audiences to the Birmingham Children's Crusade of 1963, a transformative era in Black American history. Have you ever heard of that?
I have not.
Not wild? February 15th, okay, so it's happening from February 15th through March 2nd. Jubilee Theater, 506 Main Street, Fort Worth. This might be something we need to go to because I don't know what they're talking about. Well, it's a musical, so I don't know how much of the... Surely they'll be handing out information on it. You could Google it anyway. But yeah, this might be cool. Jubilee Theater, 506 Main Street, Fort Worth. Oh, listen. This one, admission is $28. It's going to be a show, folks. It's called The Movement, Jubilee Theater, and it's happening from February 15th through March 2nd. Check it out. I See the Future, It's Black exhibition. The group exhibition features 4 black artists who explore black art objects through different mediums, including painting, ceramics, sculpture, and photography. This one sounds cool. The opening reception from 6 to 9 on February 15th will feature an artist talk and Q&A. That's going to be February 15th through March 29th. Tubman Gallery, 6613 East Lancaster Avenue in Fort Worth, Texas. Admission?
Sort of free.
All right, guys, there are more. There's quite a few, actually. Dozens, if you will. I'm going to stop reading, but that is on fortworthreport.org. There's a ton of great ways to celebrate Black History Month here in Fort Worth and in Arlington. So check that out. And excellent job, David Marino, the author of this article. Did very good, very good. All right, what do we got here? Yeah, I wanted to just kind of hit on this. It felt kind of like I had to. 4 years after North Texas deadly pileup, families honor those they lost in the crash. 4 years after the deadliest multi-car pileup in North Texas history, families of victims and others devastated by the crash say it seems like the tragedy happened only yesterday. This does feel like yesterday. You remember this?
I do.
It's insane. Let's see. That's just a quote. Let's see here. Anyway, you guys, if you don't know the story, there were 100 vehicles involved, cars, 18-wheelers, right here on I-35 toll road, just outside of downtown Fort Worth, kind of going through downtown Fort Worth, I guess. But it was a very bad day, and they are still investigating this thing, and lots of opinions out there, but you don't go to work in the morning thinking that you're going to be involved in something like that. But, you know, road conditions being slick or whatever, you might be paying attention and doing everything that you can, but the car in front of you and the one behind you might be texting on their cell phone. And who knows? That might not have been the case at all. They are still investigating this, but be careful out there.
Absolutely.
In the article, there were a lot of people saying things like, we thought the toll road would be the safer route because you're paying the toll road, right? So you expect it to be more well maintained. Honestly, the city of Fort Worth, I was talking crap about air quality earlier on the city and how they could do better. But one thing that the city of Fort Worth does very well in Tarrant County is take care of our roadways when they get slick. They're putting down that salt liquid on the highway, even when it's not needed. I mean,
just to make sure.
They are on top of it. So, it's something that got echoed reading through these articles. I actually looked up some other news stories about it. And everybody was like, yeah, we took the toll road because we thought it would be safer. Not always the case. All right. Well, there you go. That story's by Yamil Berard in the Dallas Morning News. Thank you very much. All right. Our good news story and our space news story actually got combined today. This is on goodnewsnetwork.org. And I don't know that it's going to have... Yep, there it is. Andy Corbley. Good news about potential upcoming asteroid colliding with Earth. We've deflected them before and can do so again. I didn't know that we'd done that before. You may have seen headlines this week about an asteroid with a slight chance to strike Earth in 2032. But don't worry, humanity has a secret weapon. As GNN reported 3 years ago, a vital space test was conducted by NASA called the Double Asteroid Redirection Test, or DART. Do you ever see something like that and go, they just wanted a cool acronym, right? Double Asteroid Redirection Test. That doesn't make sense. But it does spell DART, so 2020, which proved that as long as we have advance notice, we can send out a simple satellite to redirect any potential hostile asteroids. I wonder if Bruce Willis was told about that. On January 29th, NASA concluded its analysis of the orbit of the object 2024 YR4 and found it has a more than 1% chance of impacting Earth, measuring between 130 and 300 feet in length. An asteroid of this size would impact with a force between 10 and 20 megatons, or around the same force as the Castle Bravo thermonuclear warhead, the largest weapon test ever conducted by the U.S. during the Cold War. It was detected by the NASA-funded Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Laser Alert System, or the Atlas station in Chile, which has found potentially destructive asteroids in our neighborhood before. But what typically happens is that as more data is collected, the risk of impact is perceived at first as higher before eventually sinking back towards zero. Even if 2024 YR4 should remain hovering around 1%, should humanity choose to, we have already proven we can nudge asteroids out of their collision course with Earth. Out of what I just read, because sometimes I read and don't remember what I just read, did it say anything about a time when we had actually done this? Because they're talking like we've already done this.
I didn't hear it, but maybe
we moved an asteroid. I don't remember
so.
that. The Double Asteroid Redirection Test, or DART, was sent far into the solar system to strike an asteroid called Dimorphos, which orbited a large rock called Didymos, neither of which will ever pose a threat to Earth, but were the perfect testing candidates. Okay, so we did run a test on this. The researchers expected the impact to shorten Dimorphos' orbit around Didymos by about 1%, or roughly 10 minutes, which, if applied to an asteroid with the potential to strike Earth, would be many times more of a correction than would ultimately be necessary considering the size and distance of outer space. Cool. All right, so we're good, folks. Don't worry about them daggum old asteroids. No problem there. All right. We are recording today at a place called Hoppin. It is a new venue. It's only been here about 7-8 months. Almost the morning show is almost as old as Hoppin, but it's right down the street from Doc's Records. It's right next to Blackland Distillery. They got 58 self-serve taps on the wall, THC seltzers, wine, and craft beer. There's also a really badass cocktail bar, and it's a great space for any kind of event. We're actually putting on a really cool event this weekend, food and vendor market from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m., which actually corresponds with an album release party with Chandler Cooper from 3 to 6. It's going to be a really wild day out here Saturday, and we invite you guys to come hang with us. If you haven't been out here yet, you're missing out. It's a really cool place, and it attracts the best people. Holly and Michael, the owners of Hoppin, are great characters. We really like them. We like working with them, and we wouldn't be here if we didn't like them. But it's a great environment, good people, excellent drinks, and the food market this Saturday is going to be incredible. We did this a little less than a month ago, and the turnout was by far the best day that Hoppin's ever had. There were so many people here. So get your food out there at the food trucks. Come inside to Hoppin, have a seat, get yourself some drinks, and maybe enjoy some music with Chandler Cooper. It's going to be cool. Demetrie, what do you think about Hoppin, man?
I love me some Hoppin.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get a better bar tab or service than being able to get it yourself or chop it up with the folks that you got here. So can't beat that.
If you don't like the service at Hoppin, you have only yourself to blame.
You only have yourself to blame. That's it.
And, another thing that's cool about Hoppin, they've got Market Match.
They absolutely do.
Tell us about the app that you designed. We have a Fort Worth badass that made his own app called Market Match.
Yeah, Market Match is a mobile app that conducts market research using swipe technology. So if you're a retailer and you're looking to put something in your inventory and want to see if it's worth the risk, you can actually let your customer base swipe through before you purchase the product. Or if you have an event, you can put a full bar on it and send an email out to all your attendees and then let them swipe through the bar, and then you can know what alcohol is in demand or any type of product. So if you have a retailer, or if you have a store location, or if you have an event, I'm more than happy to help you make sure that you're making the best decisions on your inventory.
How do people find you?
You can actually find me on marketmatch.app. That's the website, and also all socials are marketmatch.app as well too.
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. And there is an organization that I'm going to go ahead and shout out because it just keeps coming up in conversation. It's called 1 Million Cups. Do you want to tell folks about that one?
Yes, 1 Million Cups is a community of entrepreneurs and founders that meet up every single week to either pitch their business, help them build their pitch deck. It's they call it the dolphin tank instead of Shark Tank. So you go up there and you pitch what your business does, and then all the attendees, ask you questions about your business, and then at the very end they find out how, as a community, Fort Worth can help you as an individual, a founder, or entrepreneur. So it's a great place to get some great feedback in regards to your business, but it's also a community looking to help everybody that's there.
For a small business owner or somebody that's creating something kind of like Market Match in their garage or whatever, and they want to get on board, they want to be part of 1 Million Cups, do they need to register or do they just need to show up to the event?
So you can actually do both. You can register online, just look at 1 Million Cups and then select Fort Worth. And now, so also 1 Million Cups is all across the city. It's not just in Fort Worth. But you can go to the website, or you can just show up at the location. We'll have a meeting there at Accelerate Fort Worth tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning, and you can come sign up there. Once you come there, you'll love it. And then anytime you want to go, you'll just be checking in. And like I said, if you want to go to any of the other chapters, there's a brand new Arlington chapter. There's like a Frisco chapter. So if you want to refine your pitch, you can go to different places and pitch your business, and they'll tell you what the best options are to make it look even better than what you're doing.
Which is kind of wildly important. And I noticed that, like, for myself in business, as myself, you need a way to be able to explain to people accurately and concisely what you're doing. And I think most people do struggle with that. So just getting in front of a group and telling them what you are and how you can help each other and working on your pitch it's an advantage in and of itself. If you go there and you don't get anything else out of it, at least you had the opportunity to talk to people about your business so that you can help get it from your brain into like a verbal format that other people can understand. Because it just takes practice.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, it does.
All right. There was some other stuff I wanted to tell you guys about. I looked down at the screen a minute ago. We're approaching 40 minutes on this recording. So I should remind you guys that these episodes are only 20 to 30 minutes long. It's meant to get you on your way to work, tell you a little bit about what's going on in the world, and share some stories with you guys. We want to support you in whatever you're doing. If you're a musician, an author, a creator of any kind, if you have an event coming up, if you're an event coordinator, if you're with the fire department, the police department, the city manager's office. Hi, Jay Chapa. We'd love you on the show. Just call in. Let us know. And we are looking for co-hosts. So if you're a morning person, Monday through Thursday, we have spots available. I keep the co-host schedule stacked about a week in advance. So that's what you have to look forward to. We don't always have co-hosts, but we do love it whenever we do have co-hosts. Out here at Hoppin, I told you they got the vendor event Saturday on the 15th. And they are also having something called the Galentine's Vendor Market on Thursday. That's from 4 to 8. But here's the big thing, folks, and I really want you guys to come see me for the Fort Worth dating game. I went and bought an outfit yesterday, and it's a little ridiculous, doesn't fit quite right, but we're really trying to do this up right. The 1970s dating show, we're trying to do that justice in a Fort Worth way. It's going to happen right here at Hoppin, February 14th, 6:30 to 7:30. There's a singles shenanigans meetup, so that's 6:30 to 7:30. And you do not have to be a single to come to the game show. This is supposed to be a spectacle. It's supposed to be fun. supposed to be entertaining. That's from 7:30 to 8:30. It's a classic game show where a single person asks questions to 3 potential dates who are hidden from their view and then chooses one to go on a date with based solely on their answers, essentially selecting a partner based on personality rather than appearance. This is going to be put on by The Body Scrubbery, our friend Michelle, who is also a sponsor of the Fort Worth Roots podcast. Hoppin is going to be involved, of course. It's happening here. And Mama Lou's Kitchen. So come get fed, come have fun, come enjoy some great drinks. And if you are a single, maybe meet the love of your life. No guarantees on that. I don't know. I feel like I should protect myself from any kind of legal collusions or whatever. It's not my fault if you're still single when you leave. Demetrie, you got anything for folks before we get out of here?
Oh, yeah. I think I talked about it once before. I am an entrepreneur of impact contest. And right now I'm in the top 10. Well, I'm trying to get to the top 10. So if you want to vote for your boy, someone that's actually based out of Fort Worth company, you can go to @marketmatch.app on Instagram, click the link in my bio, and you will be able to vote for me on the very top button of the link tree. And you can actually vote for free, or if you want to make a donation, that actually counts as votes too, and they're doubled right now. And it goes to a great cause, which is Gen Youth, to help kids receive food that are in areas that are not able to receive food at their schools.
Yeah. Okay. And I asked you to do this last week. I'm going to ask you again. Do a post. Make Fort Worth Roots a collaborator so it shows up on our wall as well, so people can go out and vote for Demetrie.
Yes, I will do that today.
Excellent. All right, folks. As always, I feel like I'm missing something, but we're 40 minutes into this, so I'm going to let you go. We will be right back here tomorrow morning at Hoppin for our Wednesday morning show. And it'll be out for release at 8 a.m. This one might be a little late because we went real damn long. Thank you guys so much for listening. As you move through today, we hope that you will choose love and gratitude every chance you get. Until tomorrow, folks, good day.
Morning, my great day in the morning. My great day in the morning. Morning.